Well, you've come here for the top 10 worst games of 2023, and that's exactly what I'm going to give you. We've done the best. I'm about to do the most anticipated 2024, but right now, we're doing the worst games of 2023. Let's go! At number 10, we have One Piece Odyssey. Now, I was very keen for this game just because the gameplay trailers look so good. The gameplay looked really engaging and it looked like they was going to really tell the original story of One Piece. And I was like, this could be really good. This had something going for it. And as soon as I opened up this game and saw turn-based mechanics and terrible graphics, I was sold. I was out. I was like, what the hell is this shit? It is terrible. I rely a lot on graphics and at least half decent gameplay, and this couldn't even give me that. One Piece Odyssey was a flat bubkiss. Terrible. I did not enjoy it one bit, man. I streamed it for maybe an hour. Maybe an hour to... oh no, actually I think I did a whole session, so I think it was 3 hour stream, and I didn't enjoy a single second of it. So One Piece is easily number 10, but there is worse to come. Wait for it. At number 9, we have something controversial. I have picked Lords of the Fallen. A lot of people didn't mind Lords of the Fallen, but I got so frustrated. A lot of Souls-likes came out this year that really tried to just mirror the Elden Ring, Bloodborne, Dark Souls, and I think Lords of the Fallen fell flat. It had a fantastic concept of an alternative, almost dead world that you traveled from one to the other. And I actually really liked the concept. It was quite high on my list of games this year. But playing it, the enemies were too repetitive. The amount of times I fell off the map. I understand Souls-likes do like using the no fences, you can fall off the map and die, and it's frustrating, it sucks. But my god, I streamed it twice. That was 6 hours. I reckon 4 hours is me falling. It's ridiculous. It is too much. Do not have a jumping mechanic in a game unless it's perfected. Perfected, I tell you. Like Elden Ring. But Lords of the Fallen had so much going on, so much potential, but fell straight flat on its face. Not to mention, actually, the graphical... I don't know what happened there. The graphics that just fell apart. They're all pixelated. There was a lot of rendering issues. It was just didn't happen. Lords of the Fallen, big ol' L. Unfortunately, that is number 9. In terms of the worst games of 2023, this number 8, I reckon, is where you guys are going to comment below a lot and give me the most grief. For number 8, I have Lies of P. Lies of P was actually very, very well received in the Souls-like community. A lot of people love Lies of P, and that's fair enough, because I think if you like Lies of P, you probably like Sekiro, and that's fine. Once again, this list could be completely different. Your worst games, are different to my worst games, and that's fine. That's the way it goes. But the confrontation after the video, I'm kidding. But Lies of P for me, I was told this was going to be the next Bloodborne. So that's where I was walking into. And as someone that loves Bloodborne, Lies of P was nowhere near it. Didn't even touch the surface of everything that is so good about Bloodborne. So Lies of P for me, it's the dodging mechanics and the parrying that didn't really seem to mean anything. Parrying obviously leads to broken stance. Once you break their stance, you can then stagger and then do extra damage. I get that. But I don't like a parry system. The way I want a parry system to work is if I parry, I've got a solid 2 to 3 seconds to get some hits in and maybe some extra health, just like Bloodborne. So Lies of P for me, especially even as a story, I was out. I was checked. Lies of P is definitely number 8 for me. Now, at number 7, we have something I did enjoy at the start, but I dropped off very quickly. This is Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 had a really interesting character customization and a weird story element. I was like, okay, what are we doing here? This is kind of weird but cool. But then it did fall flat on its face. Granted, Street Fighter 6 isn't exactly known for this, but I am obviously not exactly a fighting person either, or a fighting game person, I should say. And I think it was okay at best. Mediocre, I kind of think. I didn't think there was enough content, enough customizable options. Apart from the character creation, I reckon that's where they put majority of their time, because everything else, wasn't really there for me. So Street Fighter 6, that's a pass. Now, when it comes to the worst games of 2023, this is my list of games that I played this year. So, of course, when I bring up Scorn did come out last year, I do believe, but it didn't come to the physical edition of PlayStation till this year. So I jumped on Scorn, and I'm not going to lie, the world is interesting. The world is interesting, but the complete lack of direction in the game had me walking around for an hour and a half blind. No idea what I was doing. Like, I get Scorn was kind of known for that, known for not quite knowing what to do next, and you had to explore. But to me, that's just frustrating. I need an idea, I need a direction, I need a waypoint. Help me out here. I'm trying to enjoy the game. So apart from a very interesting graphical point, and well, there wasn't really a story, so I didn't see that. No story and terrible direction of where to go. Scorn did not hit for me. Another L. Swipe on. Now, number 5, I did stream, and wow, I actually looked back, I cut the stream short. That's how much I didn't enjoy this game. I'm talking about Aliens Dark Descent. Once again, a game that is not for my target audience. It is a very much strategy-like Alien Fireteam shooter. Like kind of like that. It is a strategy game. It is a strategy game. The most interesting part of it was that your characters actually have a fear level. So depending on what you're doing in the game, you can actually, your characters can become more afraid of what they're doing. So you need to stay near light sources or be able to have moments to recuperate from certain events. And that was interesting. Unfortunately, it never happened. I streamed it for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and none of that happened. I probably saw about 3 aliens in the first hour and a half. Unfortunately, I wish it was a first-person shooter. If it was a first-person shooter similar to the other Alien game that came out on PS4, that may have been a winner. But for now, Aliens Dark Descent, pass. Now, number 4, you might find interesting, but number 4 for me is especially when I tried to jump on this with mates. It was 3 of us, and we had no clue what was going on. If you don't know, I'm talking about Minecraft Legends. Minecraft Legends, we jumped on as a 3-man squad, and we had no idea what was going on. Nothing made sense. So we jumped on, tackled a couple of bases. Visually, the game is really nice. The concept was really interesting. I saw something growing for this. It was actually quite anticipated throughout the year. But with weird gameplay mechanics that never quite sat right, I feel like the fact I was in co-op actually hurt my experience. For example, you can only have about 20, I think it's 20 or 40 minions on the screen at one time. And one of the 3 of you can control them at one time. So it really ruined the fact of you can't have your minions, your mate can't have his minions, and you can't do things. It's one group. So if one person wants to do one thing and one person wants to do the other, one person has to go solo. And it's just, I don't think there was a lot of thought in the co-op aspect of Minecraft Legends, even though it was all throughout the trailer. Either way, Minecraft Legends, I don't know what was going on there, but I think we need to stick to standard Minecraft for that one. Now, number 3. Oh my god, we're getting to the top 3 now. So these 3 hurt me personally. So, number 3, Crash Team Rumble. If you played Crash Team Rumble, I congratulate you. You probably bought a game for a total of about 40 minutes of gameplay, and then you saw the entirety of the game. Crash Team Rumble, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Crash 4 was fantastic. That is an excellent jump from Crash 3, which is, by the way, my favorite Crash Bandicoot. And I grew up on Crash Bandicoot, man. I love Crash Bandicoot. But Crash Team Rumble, what the hell were they doing? Like, I don't even know. I think they were trying to jump on the online aspect of a lot of games. Like, it seemed like that Destiny Gambit mode, but for Crash Team Rumble, it was so weird. Who asked for this? Not me. I don't want it. It's gone. I gave it back. Fucking 40 minutes of my life I won't get back. Jesus. And now we're getting into the meat of it. This is the only game on this list that's obvious. Because it's the only one I played that is in the obvious top 10 worst games of 2023. But if you've seen a list, this game's on it. Lord of the Rings Gollum. Basically slave role-playing for orcs. What the fuck was this game? Excuse my language. But what the hell was this game? What, right? I was so in love with the idea of going and seeing what Gollum was up to during his time in Mordor. I was like, okay, that's interesting. But then I think I played it for about 3 hours. I think someone told me the total amount of time you're a slave to the orcs doing minute tasks like going into a cave and setting off dynamite and then running off. That's a whole level in the game. It's a main quest as well. What the hell? I heard all of that. There's like 10 hours of gameplay. Brother, it was 100%. It was almost the worst game of 2023. Almost. Oh, when I tell you one game beat it by a hair. By a hair. Lord of the Rings Gollum almost beat this game by a hair. If I wasn't so obsessed with this game before it came out, it would have been number one. But no, my number one... I had to stand up for a second because this one, my number one worst game of 2023. This is a game that when this year started, I said to everyone, this is going to be game of the year. I told everyone, this is going to be game of the year. It has potential. It looks incredible. Gameplay is amazing. Graphically, it looks stunning. The demo was beautiful. I loved the demo. Oh my god, the demo. But my number one worst game of 2023 is Forspoken. Oh my god. Talk about having everything laid out for you. Talking about, like, Square Enix. Everyone knows Square Enix makes fantastic games. And you have a perfect idea for a game. The gameplay mechanics are really good. Don't get me wrong, they're great. But my god, having a shell of a main character, a shell of a story, a shell of a world. Like, there was no effort given to this. You couldn't resonate with these characters. None of them made any bloody sense. I don't even think the voice actors enjoyed doing what they were doing. Like, oh god. I loved the demo, guys. I can't even express how much I loved the demo. I was hands down. Game of the Year 2023. Mark my words. That's the stupidest thing I've ever said. My god. Forspoken, number one. Worst game of 2023. Very disappointed. Let's hope Square Enix picks it all back up next year. And that is my top 10 list of the worst games of 2023. Now, I know we always talk about the worst, we talk about the negatives, but make sure you go check out the video of the top 10 best games of 2023, because that is good. And my top 3, some of you might not agree with. But, of course, as well as that, go check out my most anticipated games for 2024. There's a couple there that a lot of people don't know about. And I'm pretty keen to show you that one. I'll be streaming those on day 1, I tell you. But, of course, right down below, what was your worst game of 2023? Lord of the Rings Gollum? King Kong? I never got a chance to play King Kong. I heard it was terrible. But, right down below. And, of course, like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know. I'm going to be in that description. I reply instantly. And I want to talk to you guys. So, of course, come along for the ride, because I'm going to see you in 2024. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye!